Hey, thanks for stopping by Minnesota Black Robe Regiment. Make sure you're subscribed and you're checking out the bell icon down there, wherever it is. Um, like, comment, and share. So today I am in Rochester on location at the Soldiers Field Veterans Memorial. I didn't pick this day for a particular reason other than the video that I released on Thursday night, um, May 20th. Where I juxtaposed the Russian and the Chinese recruitment commercials versus the new American recruitment commercial. And I wanted to come here and I wanted to shoot some video. And as I walk and shoot this video and show you some of this stuff, I won't be on camera the whole time. But I'm gonna comment. And so I'm gonna flip the camera around and we're gonna take a look at some things. So that says the names on the pavers honor those who have served anywhere, living or dead, with the U.S. Armed Forces or our allies from the Revolutionary War to the present. And there are literally hundreds upon hundreds of people here. People from Persian Gulf, World War II, Vietnam, World War I, 173rd Airborne Brigade, Sky Soldiers, right? These general orders of George Washington. The time is now near at hand when oh, it's so hard. Which must probably determine whether Americans are to be free men or slaves. The fate of unborn millions will now depend upon God depend under God on the courage and I wish we could read it all. Maybe we're gonna have to look it up and do that. That's from the General Orders of George Washington, 2nd of July, 1776. War of 1812. The blacks in the military. War with Mexico. Causes of Civil War. Minnesota's involvement in Civil War. Who cares about Mayo? Philippine War, Spanish-American War, sinking of the Lusitania, start of World War I. World War I, the battle for Balao. Battle of the Argonne. What am I getting at? You see all of this? See every bit of this? Anzio, D-Day, liberation of the Nazi concentration camps. We had German POWs here, by the way. North Korea. All of this. See? Over 200 years of history of what people of this country and where are we today? Where are we? We're in a constantly eroding never-ending fight against our constitutional values, for an attempt to take over a constitutional republic by the overthrowing of our way of life by Marxist ideology, and even by authoritarianism in the form of fascism that we fought. And keep in mind, in the war for the liberation of Europe from Nazi power, the Nazis were not right-wingers. The Nazis were socialists. It was a National Socialist Party. The Nazis were socialists. They were fascistic, but they were socialists. And our men went and died for that. Let us not forget these veterans, for they have shown the world that freedom is never free. This statue could you imagine receiving a death notification via Western Union? See all of this? Almighty God, thank you for the inspiration and resolve to build this memorial, and for the help of the many dedicated volunteers who gave of their time, talents, and resources. May God encourage those viewing this memorial to seek stories of others who served our country, for each story not told here is further evidence that freedom isn't free. You think that we aren't in a fight for our liberties? Our Constitution is being eroded. And I could speak from personal experience as I stand here as a veteran. We do not have freedom of speech anymore, and they are very, very quickly trying to take away the right to keep and bear arms. They have, for lack of better terminology, already taken away a right to be free from unreasonable search and seizure, and the right to not have an impossible bond put on us. There are men and women who are locked in solitary confinement without access to family right now for nothing more than being in Washington, D.C. on January 6th. Some of them probably did do some things they shouldn't have done. Others were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And even if they're guilty, that hasn't been proven yet in a court of law. You don't think that this current administration, the Biden-Harris co-presidency, you don't think that they don't have an agenda? You don't think that other powers in lower places don't have an agenda? They're kowtowing to Marxist ideology. They're kowtowing to left-wing propaganda. They're kowtowing to cultural correctness. And they're silencing anybody who dares to dissent, anybody who dares to call public servants, and whether they be elected or appointed, to accountability. They're silencing them. That's not what all of these people with their names on all of these walls and all of these pavers, that's not what those people sacrificed for. That's not why I served. It's a shame what's being done. And sure, employers can say, well, you have the freedom to say whatever you want to say, but you don't have the freedom to work here, or you don't have the freedom to have a job someplace with people who disagree with your viewpoint. That's exactly why the First Amendment exists. It is the duty not of government to regulate our speech. It is the duty of government to protect our speech, even unpopular speech, and to ensure that those liberties are not being infringed upon. And yet all over the United States today, people who serve their countries, many of them having died for their nation, many of them having lost limbs and being permanently disfigured for the cause of freedom in the world, have descendants who now have no freedom of speech because the government has abdicated its responsibility to protect the rights of every single American to express their point of view. If it isn't culturally, societally, and currently correct. Shame on any person who would infringe on the rights of any private citizen to speak their mind and to threaten them with any form of the loss of life or liberty in the pursuit of happiness. That is what this country has come to, and the people that are on these pavers, the names of the individuals on these pavers and the names of the individuals on that wall, the people who fought to see that flag stand high and fly free, those people would be ashamed if they knew what was being done to the Constitution and to we the people today. And I am ashamed. And I will continue to speak out. So until next time, don't worry about being safe. Be free. Sic semper tyrannis.